Good morning, students. Here is a new lesson with a new day. Our lesson is about operation on the square root. First of all, let's take some remarks. If you have square root a times square root b, so I make a great square root. Here is you have a times b. Let's take an example. Square root 3 times square root 12. So I make great square root and write 3 times 12, which is square root 36. Of course, square root 36 equals to 6. Now let's take remark number 2. Square root a over square root b. So I make a great square root a over b. Let's take an example. Here is you have square root 8 over square root 2 equals to square root 8 over 2. So what is the number? 8 over 2 equals to square root 4. Of course, square root 4 equals to 2. Here is another one, square root a over square root b. I said in the previous lesson, I can make square root here under in the denominator. So I make times square root b up and down in the numerator and the denominator. So square root a times b over square root b repeated 2 times, so it will be b. Let's take an example. Here you have square root 2 over square root 5. So I make, here is you have square root 5 in the denominator. I want it into integer, change it into integers. So square root 2 over square root 5 times square root 5 over square root 5, okay? I can change in this one. This one it will be 1, just 1. So I didn't change in this example. So square root 2 times square root 5 equals to square root 10. Square root 5 repeated 2 times, so it will be 5. Let's take important rule. Here you have square root a power 2 positive or negative. B power 2 not equals to a positive or negative b. Let's take an example. If you have 2 power 2 plus 3 power 2, don't remove 2 with the square root. This one, it will be wrong. Okay? Another one, here you have a square root b. So when I put a under the square root, I make it with the inverse operation, which is to the power 2. Here you have square root a power 2 b. Let's take an example. 2 square root half. So I put 2 under the square root with power 2, so it will be 4 times half equals to square root 2. Let's take an example. Write each of the following in the form of a square root b. First of all, I want square root 27. Okay? First of all, I make it by factorization. Do you remember? Here is you have 27. Okay? The 3. And I put the prime numbers, which is 2, 3, 5, and so on, 7 and so on. Okay? Here you have 27. So I make 27 divide by 2. It can be divide by 3. Yes. 27 divided by 3 equals to exactly equals to 9. So 9 divided by 3 equals to, here is you have 3. 3 divided by itself, which is equal to 1. The square root, which is mean, I take the number 2 times. Okay, so I take, so here is you have take 3 and 3 and write it just only 1 time. Okay, so it will be just 3. And what is the number which is alone? Yes, it's 3, so I make it square root 3. So the answer, it will be 3 square root 3. Can I make this one by calculator? Yes, you can do it, but you must just check it by calculator. But you must to make the factorization. Okay? Let's take another example. Here you have 3 square root 2 over 3. Can I solve this one? Can I simplify it? No. So I put 3 under the square root with power 2. So 3 power 2 equals to, yes, 3 power 2 equals to 9. Okay, 9 times 2 over 3. But remember, here is you have 9 divided 3 equals to 3. So 2, it will be also 2 over 3. No, I can do it by another way. And here is another way. Here is you have 3 square root and square root 3, all of them alone. Okay, and I make here the denominator square root 3, I make it up and down square root 3 over square root 3. So 3 as it is. This one square root 2 times square root 3, it will be square root 6 over square root 3 times square root 3. 2 times equals to 3. So this 3 removed with this one. So square root 6, this is in the simplest form. I can simplify this one. Now let's take another example. Simplify square root 45 minus 2 square root 20 plus 2 square root 5. First of all, I make factorization to square root 45. What is the under square root 45? As I said, what is the prime number? 2, 3, 5, and so on. Okay, can I make it divide by 2? No. 3? No. 5? Yes. So 45 divided by 5 equals to 9. 9 divided by 3, it will be 3. 3 divided by itself equals to 1. So the first one from this, it will be, here is 3 repeated 2 times, I write it just only 1 time. So it will be 3 root 5, 5 alone, minus, here you have 2. This one, in this one, you have 2 square root 20. I make 20 with factorization. I can't do it by calculator. Just check it. Square root 20, 20 divided by 2 equals to 10. 10 divided by 2 equals to 5. And 5 divided by itself equals to 1. So which one is the repeated? The repeated one is 2. So I write it just only 1 time. Here you have 2 times 2 equals to 4. What is the number which is alone? Yes, 5 is alone, so it will be under the square root 5. Plus, can I simplify this one? No, 5 divided by itself, which is 1. So it will be 2 square root 5. As we took in the previous lessons, we can make plus with the same square root. Here you have square root 5, square root 5, square root 5. So, make 3 minus 4 plus 2. It will be 1 square root 5, which is square root 5. Understand till now? Let's take another example. Find the result of each of the following. Here you have 2 square root 3 times multiplied by square root 6 plus 5. So I distribute this one by this one times and this one times this one. So it will be 2 square root 3 times square root 6 plus 2 square root 3 times 5. Understood till now? 2 as it is. Here is you have 2 square root, so I make it times 3 times 6 equals to 18 plus 2 times 5, 10 square root 3. First of all, as I said, in the square root I must to factorize this one. Can I factorize square root 18? Yes. So 18 factorized 18 divide by 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, I said prime number. So 18 divided by 2 equals to 9. 9 divided by 3 equals to 3. Here is you have 3 and 1. 3 divided by itself equals to 1. What is the number repeated 2 times? 3. So I write how many times? Just only 1. So I make 2 times 3. You have here 2 and here is 1, 3. So 2 times 3 equals to 6. What is the number which is alone? Yes, 2. So it will be square root 2. Plus, can I make factorization for the square root 3? No, I can't do it. So it will be 10 square root 3. Yes, here is you have, unlike, you have here square root 2 and square root 3. Can I make plus for the both of them? No. So I leave this example as it is. Let's take an example here. You have 3 square root 2 minus 5 and 3 square root 2 plus 5. As we took in the previous lesson on the operation on real number, I take if you have a minus b and a plus b equals to a power 2 minus b to the power 2. Do you remember this rule? So I make the first one to the power 2 minus the second one to the power 2. Here this 1 to the power 2 equals to 18 minus 5 power 2 equals 25. So 18 minus 25 equals to negative 7. Okay. Here you have square root 2 plus square root 6 to the power 2. As we took in the previous lesson, if you have x plus y to the power 2, what is the rule for this one? Let's write it again. X power 2 plus y power 2. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here x plus y all to the power 2. So I make the first one power 2 and the second one power 2. And here you have 2 times the first and the second, which is 2xy. Let's do this rule. Okay. Square root 2, I make it power 2. So square root 2 to the power 2 plus square root 6. So square root 6 to the power 2 plus 2 first times second, square root 2 times square root 6. Okay. First of all, square root 2 power 2. Here you have 2 with the square root, which is 2, plus 2 as it is, 2 times 6 square root 12, plus here 2 with square root, which is 6. So 2 plus 6 equals 2, exactly 8. Plus, remember, as I said, is the square root 12? Can I make it factorization? Yes, let's do it. Here is you have 12. 12 divided by 2 equals 2. 6 divided by 3. Okay. 3 or 2, whatever. 6 divided by 2 again, it will be 3. Okay. Here is you have 3 and 1. So what is the number repeated 2 times 2? So I write it just only one time, 2. Here is you have 2 times 2 equals to 4. And what is the number which is alone? 3. So it will be square root 3. Can I make plus for 8 plus 4 square root 3? No, I can't. So I leave this example as it is. Oh, this one for the excellent students. Here a to the power x equals to 6 and a power negative y equals to square root 3. Find the value of a power x plus y. I will leave this example to the next lesson, inshallah. Thanks for listening and goodbye.